Here's the thing, he does the right thing. He shows up, he pays the bills, he carries the weight, handles the pressure, does everything with the kids, and no one says a word. And look, not because they don't care, but because it's expected of men. And yet inside of him, there's this boy who never stopped wondering, did I do good? Did anyone see me? Would anyone still clap for me if I wasn't performing right now? You wonder why men love their moms so much, because it was that one person that just encouraged them and lift them up. I want to point out the invisible man behind the responsibilities. Here's the cruel irony. The better a man is at keeping everything together, the more invisible he becomes. Men, it's unfortunate, but they are often only noticed when they fail, and they are forgotten when they succeed. See, encouragement isn't just a compliment to him. It's the fuel that drives his life. He doesn't need you to fix everything. He just wants to know that someone who he loves notices the weight that he's carrying. Dr. Thema Bryant says, even the strongest men break when they feel like they are unseen. And he might not say it, but every silent meal, every thankless task, every unnoticed effort, what it does is it drains something from deep inside of his soul. Now we have to get into the psychology of male praise and performance. And according to Dr. Brené Brown, men are often taught that vulnerability is weakness and that strength is equal to stoicism. So instead of asking for encouragement, what they do is they perform. They overachieve, they overcompensate, they overfunction. Because in the mind of men, boys learn early that if they want love, what they have to do is they have to earn it. They have to produce, they have to go. Here's what that means. He doesn't feel safe asking for praise, but he'll notice when it's missing. He might not sit around and beg, someone affirm me, but he'll wither without that praise in his life. He needs it in his life. You wanna know what happens when no one claps? See, when he was younger, applause came from achievement, whether it was sports or school or hustling or that first job or winning but now as a grown man, he's getting graded by silence. So maybe this sounds familiar. He fixes the sink, no one cares. He sacrifices his sleep for the family, no one notices. He keeps it all together, and what's the reward in his life? Well, you gotta wake up and do it again tomorrow. He doesn't want a trophy. He just wants to know that his effort is not invisible. He doesn't need a parade. He just needs a place where his presence is appreciated. I think every man wants to come home and everybody runs to him and says, hey, we love you. But what happens when this doesn't happen and he starts to go quiet? See, the silence, it doesn't always happen suddenly. It arrives in stages. He stops initiating. He stops joking, he starts avoiding eye contact, he starts doing the bare minimum, not out of spite, but because he's just depleted. Because when you've been carrying everyone else for so long and there is no strengthening and no encouragement, eventually your knees will start to buckle. He doesn't want to quit on the relationship. He just wants someone in his life to say, hey, I see you and I'm proud of you. And you don't have to be perfect in order to be appreciated. And he wants to hear it from the one who he's dedicated his life to. So today, if you love a man, tell him when he's doing something right. Notice the little things, the daily things, the things he thought didn't matter, because behind that calm face is someone who's fighting battles in silence, and he's hoping that you will cheer him on. He's not asking you to fix him. He just needs someone to shout and have his back while he goes throughout the world trying to fix everything else. And sometimes you do not know the power of your words. Just the simple word, I believe in you, will land heavier in his heart than even I love you. Encourage that man. Here's some quotes to think about. Men don't always break loudly. Sometimes they fade silently. That man might not beg to be affirmed, but he'll wither without it. Encouragement is not flattery to that man. I want you to know it is oxygen. And when no one claps for him, he stops showing up emotionally. And the most dangerous silence in a man's life is the silence of being unappreciated. So today, if you've ever been loved by a man who never asked for praise but deserved a standing ovation just for surviving, I want you to send this to him. Send it to someone who needs to remember even the strongest men need to be seen. Why don't you subscribe to The Pain Project? Because behind every dependable man is a heart that is still hoping that someone's watching.